You've got your task now. The work cut into 4 to 6 clean pieces. So here comes the single most important call in this whole skill, and it's the one almost everyone gets wrong. For each piece, you have to decide who runs it. The AI on its own, you on your own, or the two of you together. Get this line right and you've got real leverage. Get it wrong. You hand the AI something that should have stayed yours, or you white-knuckle something the AI could have owned outright, and the whole thing wobbles. So let me tell you exactly what we're going to do in the next few minutes. I'm going to give you 3 buckets every task drops into. We're going to take the real sales call tasks from last lesson and actually sort them one by one so you see the call get made. And then I'm going to hand you the one discipline that saves you from the mistake everyone else makes here. Because the way your gut wants to do this is wrong more often than you'd ever believe. And I'll show you why. Here are the 3 buckets. Every piece you've got lands in one of them. The first is AI solo. These are the repetitive, well-defined, high-volume pieces, pulling and cleaning up a transcript, reformatting a pile of data, drafting a first pass from a clear input. The stuff that's a slow chore for you and a fast breeze for the machine. You hand these over completely, and you set one tripwire, the condition where the AI stops and kicks it back to you instead of plowing ahead. Inside that fence, it runs. The second bucket is human only. These are the pieces where being human is the entire value. Real judgment calls, anything with ethical weight, taste, the relationship, the actual conversation with the client, not the prep around it. The high-stakes decision where a confident, wrong answer costs you dearly. These stay with you, and they stay with you on purpose. This is the part people get backwards. Automating these isn't leverage, it's a liability. You're not keeping them because the AI can't technically attempt them. You're keeping them because the moment a real person stops being in the loop, you've thrown away the one thing that made the work worth anything. The third bucket is shared, you and the AI together. This is the biggest bucket, and honestly, the most useful one. The AI does the heavy lifting. It drafts, it proposes, it sorts, it gives you the rough cut. Then you make the call. You refine it, you approve it, you fix what's off. The AI drafts the follow-up email. You read it and either hit send or fix the tone first. You get the machine's speed and your judgment on the same task. Most of your pieces are going to live right here. So let's stop talking about it and actually run it. Take our 4 sales call tasks from last lesson. Pull and clean the transcript. That's repetitive and well-defined, pure AI solo. Decide whether this prospect is even worth chasing. That's a judgment call, and it sets up a real relationship. That's yours, human only. Draft the follow-up email, shared. The AI writes the first version. You check the tone before it ever sends. Log the outcome in your system. AI again, solo. 4 tasks, 2 AI solo, 1 shared, 1 human. That's a completely normal split. And notice what just happened? The human kept the one piece that genuinely needed a human, instead of automating the relationship away to save 4 minutes. That's the call, made well. Now here's the discipline that saves you, and almost nobody actually does it. Test, don't assume. Your instinct is going to be to allocate by gut. This one looks easy, the AI can handle it. This one looks hard, I'll keep it. And that instinct is wrong far more often than you'd think. Because AI ability isn't a smooth line that climbs from easy tasks to hard ones. It's jagged. Ethan Mollick, who studies this closely, put a name to it that's stuck, the jagged frontier. And once you've seen it, you can't unsee it. The AI will absolutely nail something you were sure was too complex for it, and then completely faceplant on something that looks trivial. Let me make that concrete, because it sounds abstract until it happens to you. The same AI will write you a polished, careful, almost lawyerly paragraph that you'd swear took real intelligence. And then, in the next breath, miscount the items in a list of 5. It'll handle the thing you assumed was hard and trip on the thing you assumed a child could do. Here's the part that matters. You genuinely cannot predict where that edge falls just by how hard the task feels to you. The difficulty in your head and the difficulty for the AI are two different maps, and they don't line up. So you don't guess and commit. You make a fast first guess at the buckets, and then you test the AI ones. You take one real example, you hand the piece over, and you look hard at what comes back. Did it actually do it well? Reliably, not just once on a lucky run? If yes, it's earned AI solo. If it's close, but it clearly wants your eye on it, that's shared. If it came back confidently wrong, it stays human for now, and you try again later. The buckets aren't a guess you marry and live with. They're a hypothesis you check against reality. 10 minutes of testing beats 3 weeks of assuming. And I want to be honest with you about what this really is, because here is where most people want there to be a shortcut, and there isn't one. The deciding and the testing, that's not the boring part you rush through to get to the AI. That is the work. That is the actual skill. There is no setting where you sort these once, walk away, and trust it forever. There's no autopilot on the allocation itself. Somebody has to look at each real piece, make the honest call about who runs it, and then go check that call against a real example instead of a hopeful guess. That somebody is you. The AI can run the pieces all day long, but deciding which pieces and proving you decided right is the part that stays human every single time. Skip it, and you've handed the machine the wrong work, and you won't even know until it's broken. Do it, and you've got leverage you can actually trust. So here's your move. Go down your list of tasks and tag each one, AI solo, human, or shared, as a first guess. Then take the ones you tagged for the AI and actually test them on a real example. Move anything that flunks and expect to be surprised in both directions. Something you were certain was too hard is going to work, and something you assumed was easy is going to fall apart. That's not you doing it wrong. That's the frontier being jagged, exactly like I told you it would be. Now, the next lesson is the honest counterweight to all of this, because there's a failure mode hiding on the other side of the line. Not the AI can't do it, but you automated something you shouldn't have. Just because a piece can go to the AI doesn't always mean it should. Knowing when not to hand it over is its own skill, and it's the one that separates an operator from someone just shoving everything at the machine. I'll see you there.